Hello, and welcome to Chapter 6 of The Way of the Superior Man Reading and Analysis. Never change your mind just to please a woman. If a woman suggests something that changes a man's perspective, then he should make a new decision based on his new perspective. But he should never betray his own deepest knowledge and intuition in order to please his woman or go along with her. Both he and she will be weakened by such an action. They will grow to resent each other, and the crust of accumulated inauthenticity will burden their love, as well as their capacity for free action. I think this will be an awesome chapter. I really resonate with this, whether for a man or a woman. If you know what your deepest truth is and you betray yourself in order to please someone else, any relationship built on that foundation will be shaky because there is no foundation. You're building it on a false self. You should always listen to your woman and then make your own decision. If you choose to go with your woman's suggestion, even when deep in your heart you feel that another decision is more wise, you are in effect saying, I don't trust my own wisdom. You are weakening yourself by telling yourself this. You are weakening your woman's trust in you. Why should she trust your wisdom if you don't? I really like this paragraph as well for both genders, right? It's anyone um, going with someone's suggestion, even if you know deep inside what your truth is. You're telling yourself that you don't trust yourself. Of course, this is more important for the masculine because the feminine trusts in the masculine structure to allow herself to fully surrender. So, having a man who completely is rooted in his truth and trusts himself is a fine quality. When you deny your deep truth to please your woman, everyone will feel your lack of authenticity. They will sense that your false smile hides an inner division. Your friends, children, and business colleagues may love you, but they won't trust you, since you don't trust your own core intent. And more importantly, your own sense of inauthenticity will burden your capacity to act with clarity. Your actions won't jibe with your core. This is a really interesting paragraph because a lot of times we think, oh, I'm going to put on this false self so that other people will like me. But what we don't consider is the consequence that people can feel that. They can feel that you're not being real. I know Trent calls it the persona. You have your persona, and you think that other people will like you more because of it, but they can feel it, and it's this boring false self, and you can't trust it because it's not your. If you're afraid to show who you really are, like how can they trust you to be um, true to them, right? When you won't even be true to yourself. If you're too fearful to be true to yourself, how can people trust you to be true to them, say in a dire circumstance? So, being true to yourself is very, very important. However, if you listen to your woman, taking everything she says into account and making your own best decision, then you are acting in accordance with your core. You are saying, in effect, my deepest wisdom is leading me to this decision. If I am wrong, I will learn from it, and my wisdom will have deepened. I am willing to be wrong and grow from it. I trust this process of acting from my deepest wisdom. And so I love this paragraph because it's saying it's okay to make mistakes, and making mistakes is how we learn and how we fine tune our own intuition. Um, And another part I really like is it doesn't mean that you don't listen to what anyone says. It says here you listen to your woman and take everything she says into account. And of course, I think this can apply to everyone, right? Listening to what everyone has to say, take what they say into account, and then making your own decision based on all that information. acting with what you feel is your deepest wisdom, even if it might be wrong, because that's how we learn, that's how we deepen our own wisdom, and that's how we fine tune our intuition. This attitude of self trust engenders others' trust in you. You may be wrong, but you are willing to find out and thus grow from the experience. You are open to listening to others, but in the end, you will take the responsibility for making your own decision. There is nobody else to blame. However, if you give up your real decision to follow your woman's, then you will blame her for being wrong if she is wrong, and you will feel disempowered if she is right, having denied yourself the opportunity to act from your core and grow from your mistakes. Be open to changing your feeling based on whatever your woman might reveal to you through her words or her body language, and then make your own decision based on your deepest intuitive wisdom and knowledge. You may make the right decision or the wrong one, but whatever happens, it is your best shot and you will strengthen your capacity for future action. Let's see, any comments from me here? I really like this whole part. It's about responsibility, um, and that it's okay to be wrong, and that's how we learn and grow. Um, I mean, this whole book, a lot of the things that it talks about is easier said than done. Sometimes like for in a relationship, it's very easy to want to betray our true self in order to keep the other person's love and approval. But there's dire consequences to doing that. Right? We lose trust in ourselves, and others lose trust in us. So even though it's very difficult and takes a lot of courage, um, it's very important to take into account what other people think, but ultimately choose what we think is our best choice based on our deepest wisdom, whether or not it will be a mistake or not. Um, so, yeah, that's the chapter for this week. Uh, Good day.